Hello, this is Eric Kirkus with TechVoid. Today, we're reviewing the LG G6 on Verizon. In 2017, the tech gimmicks are dying and slam dunk design is prevailing. What does that mean? It means LG has finally built a flagship without plastic and cheap gimmicks. As you can see, LG forgoes the G5's modular design of last year. Instead, it brings a modern touch of skinny bezels and a tall and vibrant 5.7-inch IPS display. It's also made entirely of aluminum and Gorilla Glass 3 on the front and Gorilla Glass 5 on the back. Why? Cost? The body screams premium and comfort. It feels centered in the hand at 5.75 ounces, and it resembles something closer to a piece of art than a child's smudgy gadget. I'm looking at you, G-Flex. LG really outdid itself on design this year. The smartphone's shape is soft yet angular without any sharp edges. It's not dissimilar from the Samsung Galaxy S7, S7 Edge, or the more recent Samsung Galaxy S8. There's a USB-C port at the bottom for fast charging, and, of course, a headphone jack on the top edge. Antenna bands can be seen at the top and bottom, like every other flagship, as well as one impressive loudspeaker at bottom.
A rotting deer carcass, and weirdly, the half-burnt medical records of an infant. And there, past all that, on the other side of the giant support of the bridge,
there's one power button / fingerprint reader on the back. The volume rocker is on the left side of the device, and all home screen buttons are capacitive. There's a 5-megapixel front-facing camera on the front. The rear camera is actually a dual 13-megapixel camera capable of wide and standard shots. Because it's right above the power button, you might be smearing the lens on a daily basis if you prefer to use fingerprint security. As for software, the G6 has Android 7.0 Nougat, simple and efficient UI paired with Google Assistant, which we all know and love. Unfortunately, it's still covered by LG's UX 6.0 software skin. It's generally acceptable, but with Android finally stripped down to simplicity, it just seems unnecessary. As for using the device, I actually encountered occasional problems with responsiveness. It could have been the lack of sensitivity on the capacitive screen, actual software lag, or simply the fact the screen was too large to properly reach things. These problems were rarely noticeable, but it was frequent enough to cause concern. Typing, tapping, and scrolling sometimes just felt sluggish, but most of the time it was blazing, disconcerting all the same. The G6 does have one nice trick up its sleeve. It's IP68 certified. This means you can dunk it for half an hour in a meter of water without a problem. We even gave it a quick shower just to prove it. Inside the LG G6 is a Snapdragon 821, Adreno 521 GPU, 4GB of RAM, and a non-removable 3300 mAh battery that pulls through the night. While LG has been a fan of removable batteries in the past, with quick charging 3.0 on board and efficiency of Android Nougat, the necessity for a replaceable battery is just simply obsolete. The battery only lasts a day and a half in our experience, but that's not too bad considering the wildly spectacular display. It's an eye-popping experience to play around with this phone, however games and video can be a challenge, specifically when 16:9 content leaves black bars. Still, when color fills the frame, it's a visceral experience. I also enjoyed reading Kindle books and news articles. The extra screen real estate is a nice bonus for those extra few lines of text. The G6's dual 13-megapixel cameras are impressive in their ability to take wide-angle shots and standard shots. This can be swapped with ease through the camera app, and the camera actually can take in a 125-degree field of view with a f1.8 aperture. This is great for shots of landscape or group shots. Photos turn out oversaturated at times, but generally they're crisp and vibrant. Consistency of image quality isn't up to par with the Pixel XL or the S8, but you won't think they're ugly by any means. The manual controls in LG's camera are really useful for hobbyists as well. LG has also included features like dual shot mode for taking a wide angle and standard photograph at the same time. Also, there's modes for combining different styles of photography and the ability to take slow motion video, among other things. It's a pretty satisfying camera to use, and the results are usually inspiring even in low light scenarios. As for that 5 megapixel selfie camera, I had few complaints there either. LG throws in the usual ability to say cheese or kimchi or whiskey to take a photo as well. Pretty fun, right? Overall, the LG G6 is an insanely attractive handset, even being jet black. The light bounces off the G6's curvaceous body with stunning results. Performance is great, but we did see hiccups in response occasionally, which isn't something you should see on any flagship smartphone. It's not as fast as the S8, and the cameras might debatably be dimmer as well. But while it may not be able to compete with the iPhone 7 Plus or the Samsung Galaxy S8, it's still a cheaper alternative at $672. Note that the price does vary by carrier. That's our full video review. Feel free to read the full written piece linked below. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is Tech Void.